really pureeing it in here now. Okay, that works for me. Let me show you the amount that this has been pureed on a plate so you can get an idea. There's a little bit of texture left in there, but not very much. And it looks like lobster meat in there because that's what it is. This is not a fake lobster bisque soup. Okay, let's put this back in the big pot. And let's puree the rest of this. I think I can get away with that. Let's see, maybe not. I don't think so. I don't feel like burning myself again. Hold on. This little container is not the kind of container that you move this thing around and you splash it on your fingers. Okay, that looks good. Now we have one small more whoa, cream. Cream is reduced over here. Really reduced, look at that. Now part of that's burnt on the bottom. See, even I have to watch what I'm doing, but here is a good example of this cream is okay to use. It's just really, really reduced. The bottom's scorched, but the cream is not burnt at all, okay? Let's just put this aside. We'll add it to the soup when it's supposed to be added. We'll take a little bit of clam juice here to rinse this out. Okay, let's give this a final zap. Now, you'll notice that I started out with one container, but I needed to make an adjustment to a smaller container because I didn't like that it was being pureed. Never be bound by the equipment that you're working with. You need to move and switch up to get the result that you want when the time comes. Okay. Okay, back in the pot. Now we're going to turn the fire on in the pot. Excuse me. And the soup is just a pinch too thick. But before we decide that we want to start adding stock to it to thin it out, let's do the finishing process on this soup with the butter and cream first, because that is going to affect the texture also. So we're going to take about 4 ounces of whole butter, which is it's 2 ounces per quart proportionally for buttering the soup, or any soup for that matter. And this stuff is boiling enough right now to take it off the fire and finish it over here in front of you. And let's take this cream that has been completely reduced and add it to it. And let's get the zapper back in here now. I want to get the butter completely incorporated into the soup. Okay, we're going to stop right there. We're going to taste this. I want you to see what this soup looks like right now. It tastes good right now. And we're not finished with this soup, of course. First, we're going to take about 2 or 3 ounces of brandy, and we're going to burn it off in a pan. Now, burnt brandy is not literally exactly how it sounds. You never actually burn anything. except you cause a flame, okay? And there it is. That thing heated up really fast. That would not be the proper way to do this. You wouldn't normally take a bottle and pour it into a hot pan, but that pan got hot so fast I didn't expect it to be that hot. It caught fire right away. Because if you do that, sometimes the flame will shoot right into the bottle. The bottle could even explode. So, of course, there was no brandy in this one, so it probably wouldn't do that. But you'll notice how it's burning. You can shut it off now, and it'll continue burning. You don't have to boil it while you're burning the brandy. Now, the definition of burnt brandy would always be the brandy is cooked like this until the flame stops. Then all the alcohol flavor is gone, and all we're left with, is concentrated aged white wine, which is what this is. So really, this is just another form of a white wine reduction that we're adding to this in the form of oak barrel aged brandy. You certainly can use cognac, and you can also add the brandy to it when it's not 100% burnt out. Like right now, it's almost done being burnt out, and I can add this to the soup while it's still burning even, see? It was just about done. And sometimes that little teeny weeny taste of alcohol is okay, and that's the only reason I did that, see? Okay, the soup is coming along nicely. Now I'm going to take that same pan that I just burnt the brandy in, and we're going to saute the lobster that we're going to use for garnish for the soup. Then while that's cooking, we're going to come back and touch this up a little bit. So I'm going to cut the lobster into the size pieces that I think you should use for the soup. You don't want them too big, but you don't want them too small. You want it to be noticeably a piece of lobster, not unidentifiable as maybe a shrimp, maybe a lobster, you know. Okay, see what I got there? All right, let's get this in the pan. And let's give her a little bit of salt and pepper. This pan might be in the way here. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. I'll take the cream that's in the dairy, the white thermos over there. Thank you. Now we're going to douse the lobster with a little teeny bit of white wine too. And that will give you another little added flavor to the lobster. Thank you. Okay, we've done all the pureeing that we need to do with this stick. This soup, I'm going to show you the texture right now, is pureed as much as it needs to be. Now I think it's just teeny weeny bit too thick for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of cream to it because it really didn't get that much cream. It got reduced so much, even though I had the flavor. I want that creaminess here to the soup. But remember, this is not a cream soup. It's a bisque soup that has cream in it. So never think that cream is the base for this soup. The base for this soup is mirepoix and stock, or celery, carrots, and onions and stock. Okay?